I'm gonna go room by room, and I'm gonna show you what things you need to do to be prepared for your photo shoot so that you get stunning pictures as well. So join me as I go room by room showing you how to prepare for a photo shoot. If you're new to me, I'm Matt, a 49-time superhost who's hosted over 3,500 guests on Airbnb and earned millions while doing so. And I've taught hundreds of hosts to do the exact same. Hey Airbnb Uncovered family, I'm just here in one of my co-host listings to tear down after we did a photo shoot late last week. It was the first time I had to get back here. And before I started putting everything back away, I thought, people would probably want to know how I prepare for a photo shoot. So this week's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm here on location in one of my listings, and I'm going to show you exactly what we did last week to get ready for this photo shoot. So welcome to my co-host listing. As you can kind of see, this space is massive. It's about 2,500 square feet with just 2 bedrooms. And so the challenge with this photo shoot was trying to illustrate to guests how big this space truly is. So let's start over here in the living room. What you want to do when you're preparing for a photo shoot is to make sure that you have fully decluttered and cleaned as best as you can. So making sure that those shiny surfaces, those glass surfaces, so we have that table right there, the coffee table, no fingerprints, nothing on it. And we have taken all of the remotes, coasters, anything that doesn't look quite right or that you would find in a magazine. So we've taken all of those out. Done the same back there on the console table. One thing that you'll notice is these pillows on the couch. This is often an overlooked part of photo shoots, is for some reason people always forget the pillows. So I actually have sat on the couch, so they're not perfectly set up, but you will want to make sure that before you do your photo shoot, you will have all of your pillows set up properly. So as we move into this space, we decided to set the table. Now those flowers are dying, but they were great for the photo shoot last week. So getting back to the table, it can be a great idea to set the table so that guests can truly see what it's like to be in this space. Although I don't think that it's necessary. Depending on your space, not having anything on the table may actually cause it to appear to be a bigger space. But in this instance, we wanted to put stuff on the table because it is such a large table, and we really wanted to fill up the space and make it look homey. Moving into the kitchen, we've arranged these stools to make them look most inviting. The flowers, again, were much better before. But I want you to take note of the kitchen itself. We have hardly anything out on the counters except for just the bare minimum essentials. And that's my recommendation for you too. If you have stainless steel appliances, then you're gonna wanna make sure that those are shined and you can't see any fingerprints. Any pops of color that you can add will do great to make your listing stand out. I do have a remote on the counter right there. That obviously was not there during the photo shoot. Now this room is a den home office. So we've got a great big TV there, a nice home office working space here. And in this area is a pull-out sofa, I think you can see. And for the purposes of the pictures, we definitely wanted to open up the sofa and highlight to guests that there is actually a pullout and that there's plenty of room if a guest wants to use this bedroom, use the den as a regular bedroom. We've arranged the pillows so that they look nice and inviting, sort of stealing from hotel setups. And I recommend that you do the same if you have a pull-out sofa, and that is to photograph it with the sofa closed and to photograph it again with it open and fully made up, being fully inviting for guests. And I just wanted to pop in to the den again and show you what we and how we have set up for the photo shoot. You will notice in the corner there are some cords hanging out. Had I thought that they would be in the picture, I would have made sure to either unplug the lamp and shove the cords under the sofa. But in this case, I know they weren't in the photo. What they got was that part. So cords really make your place look unprofessional and messy and unthought out. So always make sure that you have your cords put away. So I want to pause right here and just show you here that we have moved the toilet bowl brushes, some weird garbage cans into the closet. And this answers a question I often get, which is it better to have your house looking exactly how a guest will find it, or is it better to stage it or to make it look like it's in a magazine? And the answer here, as you can probably guess, is to stage it. Yes, guests will arrive and find that those toilet bowl brush cleaners are in the bathroom along with those garbage cans, but what we're trying to do with pictures is invite them and entice them to choose our listing. Once they arrive, I don't think anybody would be disappointed to find regular household items in normal places, so toilet bowl cleaners next to the toilet. So here in the secondary bedroom, we have, again, decluttered, removing any personal items. I think the last thing that anybody wants is to wake up and be looking at a picture of you. So your guests probably don't want to see personal pictures of you on vacation. So make sure those are removed, which we have done here. You also want to make sure that your windows are wide open so that guests can fully see the view, see what it's like to be outside. You also want to make sure that your photographer is shooting using a method that allows both the outside and the inside to be shown in the pictures. I believe it's called layering. Not being a professional photographer myself, I'm actually not sure what the exact term is. If I zoom up here, you'll see that we have the lights on. I have the lights on just for this video. The Airbnb photographer style guide does ask that the lights be off for a photo shoot on Airbnb. So keep that in mind. The only time they really can be on is if the room is super dark, which as you can see, this one is not, and it's the only way you can see. If your photographer does need the lights on, so perhaps in here in this closet, it's too dark, so we would turn the lights on to get the full view of the closet, and that's okay as long as the photographer has, or afterwards goes and removes, this is a tight closet in here, but there is lots of room. But as I was saying, your photographer will need to move any yellow hue from the lights so that the walls and all of the colors are looking true. Bathrooms, as you can see, they are pretty hard to shoot because they're often small, so I can't even get a very good video. But in the bathroom, you'll want to make sure that the toilet seat is down, which this one is not, and you will want to make sure that there's really nothing around the vanity. So take out your toothbrushes. It is okay to leave soap if you want, but you definitely don't want that area cluttered. Same goes for the shower. I think it's okay to leave maybe a couple bottles of shampoo, conditioner, body wash, just so your guests can see that that is provided, but anything beyond that, you're not gonna wanna have. And, you know, shine it up, put your best foot forward as we've done here. You will notice that we have the towels fully stocked as a guest would find them. So I guess the rule is no ugly household items, but towels being nice and filling the space, you can have those, but garbage cans and toilet bowl cleaners and things like that don't belong here. I did iron these towels to make sure that they were looking nice and crisp, and they are actually all the same set, even though the one on the left looks slightly different than the one on the right. I'm not sure why, perhaps just the video. Now in here in the master, again, we've got the windows up, we've got all personal effects removed. This room has a TV, and we again have also hidden away the remote control. It is generally a good idea to be ironing your bedding for a photo shoot. I don't iron the bedding between guests, but we do for sure in a photo shoot. And let me move around here to the master. So again, we've got our best foot forward. Everything is clean. We also put some flowers in here just to add color, which again, I do advise if you're working with a fairly monochromatic space like we are, there's lots of grays and whites. Pops of color make sense. And so on the tub here, we added that bath mat just to make it look a little bit more inviting, more lived in. And that is just trying to balance between having too much clutter and putting or staging to make the space look inviting. In the shower, we have also just left a couple of bottles of shampoo so that people know that people know that we will be providing that. Ironed towels again. And in here, the last thing I want to show you is the master closet. So again, totally empty so that guests know that there is space, but we're not actually staging this space like sometimes you would see on TV when they do, on HGTV, they'll do a reveal and they'll put clothes in the closet. When you're an Airbnb host, you want the rest of your home to look like it would be on HGTV, except for the closet. All right, moving on to the outdoor space. Here you want to set it up so that it is looking its best. So in our instance, I put up the umbrella, put the couch cushions up. We have a fire pit here, so it would also probably be a good idea to come back at night and take a picture of the fire pit on. And as I move around, we have got the table and chairs out. I suppose I could have set this table as well, but perhaps you can see in the video that it's kind of windy up here. So I opted not to set the table, but you could if it's not going to blow away. You'll notice here that we have a hot tub. If you have a hot tub, you'll want it fully opened. And as I'll show you in a second here, you will want it on to make it look even more inviting. If you have a grill, you'll want to showcase that as well, as we have done. And if you have any games or yard activities, you can put those out just so long as they don't look too cluttered. And in fact, in that case, I would probably do pictures without the games out, so just showing your grounds, your yard, and then I would put the games out and take more pictures of it there. I'll just show you a little bit of the view. There's the famous Toronto CN Tower. I hope that you enjoyed that video of me showing you the steps that we take to stage a home properly for photos. If you liked this video and you learned something, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. If you're liking this kind of content where it's not just me delivering tips and tricks, but more on-location type videos, then please put yes in the comments below and I will do my best to bring you all on location with me to the Airbnb listings that I host. So bye for now.